Hi, I'm Gila, the online Pilates instructor, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about how often you should do Pilates. It's a question I get asked quite a lot from some of my clients is, well, what's the best? Should I just come once a week? Should I do it more? Does it matter? You know, how often should I do Pilates? So I'm going to try and answer that question for you. The short answer is anything is better than nothing. Even just doing something once a week or whenever you can get to do it, it's got to be better than nothing. However, it's the same with anything really. The more you do it, the quicker you will feel the benefits and see the benefits. The quicker you will progress. The quicker you'll get stronger, more flexible, more mobile, the more you do it. And once a week is often what people do. A lot of people do once a week. They go to a class once a week. They do an hour once a week. And that's absolutely fine and that's great. And you get really, if you find a good class, you can get some great teaching and you do a great workout for an hour a week. But by the time I find that week comes around, 7 days can be quite a long time, and you come out of the class standing taller, shoulders are down, you've got good posture, feeling strong, fit, and you remember that, it's in your memory. The next morning you get up and think, oh yeah, remember to stand up. And then as the week goes by, it sort of starts to slip from your memory a little bit, and you're not so mindful of it, and you start to slouch, and gravity starts to take effect, and you think, oh, I need to get to Pilates, oh yeah, the week's come round, I got to Pilates, oh yes, that's it, feeling better again. And so a week is actually quite a long gap in between to not be doing Pilates. So if you want to see the benefits of Pilates, ideally, the more the better. Pilates himself advised that for the best optimal results that you should do Pilates 4 times a week. But that doesn't necessarily have to be an hour each time. If you can do quite a lot in a short period of time, and this is the really lovely thing with Pilates, is it doesn't have to be an hour. Where does an hour come from? Joseph Pilates, I've looked through his books, never says an hour anywhere. He talks about starting off at 10 minutes and building up from there, and that it's about the quality of the movement, not the quantity. And so you're better off doing a really focused, effective session, which can be 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes long, 4 times a week, and making what you do really good quality, making sure you've got the technique and you're really there in the moment thinking about everything you're doing, rather than just rushing it and thinking about other things and not really doing it properly. You're sort of not getting the most out of your time then. So there's some things I'd like to sort of get you to think about. If you do Pilates once a week, I often say in my classes that everything I'm telling you in the class and everything your instructors are telling you in the class is not just to remember whilst you're in that class for that hour. You can apply it to everything you're doing. So when you go out walking, you can be thinking about your posture. You can have some connection with your centre. When you're gardening, when you're driving, when you're pushing a shopping trolley around the supermarket, when you're lifting things up, picking children up, whatever it might be, you can be thinking about connecting with the centre, thinking about your posture, using your muscles, breathing, all those principles that we talk about in a Pilates class, you can apply through the rest of your life, through your everyday activities. And that's what Pilates wanted us to do. Joseph Pilates, wanted it to become an habitual way of living, that our posture just becomes automatic. We're not having to think about it. The trouble is, we're in a society now where we spend more of our time in this position, hunched over or sat down driving or at work over a desk. And so we're having to work that bit harder to rebalance our posture and so on. However, I'm digressing slightly. So the point is that Pilates is not just for Christmas, it's for life, if you like. It's not just for that hour that you're in the class. Think of all those things and you can be doing it all the time. So actually, if you're doing that and you're mindful of it, you are doing Pilates all the time. If you're keeping, that connection here, you're bracing the abdominals, you're breathing into the rib cage, you're thinking about your posture, your mind's connected with your body, you're doing a lot of the Pilates all the time. you can do it in all sorts of places. You know, at work, if you need to stand up and stretch out, you can do a roll down, you can do a spine twist just to release the back. You're doing a little bit of Pilates, only needs to be short. I sometimes do it in the shower. I stand in the shower and I do a roll down, relax over my legs, and then roll up in the shower and rise up onto my toes. Do little bits in the shower. No one's looking, you've got a bit of time to yourself, and you can do it. So it doesn't matter when and where. And that is what I love about Pilates, is you can do it wherever you are, anywhere, anytime. You can use equipment, but you don't have to. You don't even need a mat. You can just lay down and you can do it. So, you know, it's about applying Pilates to your life, really. If you did 10 minutes a day, then you can certainly maintain your fitness that you've got at the moment. If you do 15 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, you can start to build on that and see improvements and progress. And if you know, split, think of your time over your week, if you do a few short sessions and you manage it and schedule it into your routine, you'll probably find by the end of the week you're doing 3 or 4 hours of Pilates, but they're in little bite-sized chunks, you know, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 20 minutes there, whatever. Working different body parts, making sure you've got a balance, and you will see that progress really quickly, and it doesn't intrude then into, you know, as a big chunk out of an evening. Say if you've got to drive to a class and you're there for an hour and then you've got to drive back. So that's one way of looking at it, is you can fit Pilates in. And how often should you be doing it? Well, as often as you can, all the time, every minute, every second. It's on your mind, thinking about your posture, thinking about standing up tall, connecting through the tummy, all of those things. I know I keep repeating it, but it, you know, it gradually then sinks in, and then you can remember it. So you can be doing it now. As I'm sat here, I can be thinking about drawing my tummy in, you know, thinking about my posture. One of the things, and I'm just going to read this to you, is that Pilates actually says, and this is quite a famous quote of Joseph Pilates. He says, in 10 sessions, and he just calls it a session, you will feel the difference. In 20 sessions, you will see the difference. And in 30 sessions, you'll be on your way to having a whole new body. Now, we're not completely sure through what I've read exactly how long a session was, but Joseph Pilates wouldn't have just carried on endlessly. He talks about not just repeating the exercises until they're dull and boring and you're just doing them over and over again. He talks about, as I said earlier, quality, not quantity. So you can be doing, you know, these short sessions, focused, effective, really concentrating in that moment on what you're doing, and you could do 10 minutes a day would be fantastic, 15 even better, or 2 lots of 10 minutes, you know, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, even better. And so throughout the week you're doing a little bit every day, and actually you've then probably done 3 or 4 hours during the week rather than your 1 hour class. Joseph Pilates also gave homework to his students as well, and he told them to go away and practice at home and do things at home. And again, that's sort of what I'm telling you, and that's what I tell my class. The message is, you're not just doing Pilates whilst you're with me, you've got to apply those principles and do it at home as well. So you can make sure, if you make sure your workouts are balanced, they're varied, they're interesting, you want to enjoy it, you don't want to get bored with it. You're working different body parts, you're alternating muscle groups, you're not just over-exercising and fatiguing certain muscle groups, and keep you motivated. It's about keeping your mind engaged, not fatiguing the body by just doing the same old exercises. The body gets used to it, doing different things. So you need to move. You need to move daily. So I know I've digressed at little points through this video, but in answer to the question, how often should I do Pilates? As often as you can, all the time, every second, right now. Right now, think about your posture, think about engaging with your centre, think about your breathing, be mindful of your body. You can be doing it all the time. In terms of exercises and little workouts, 10 minutes a day would be a really good place to start. 2 lots of little 10 minutes, even better, or a 15-minute and a 20-minute, something like that. So over your week, you are covering 3 or 4 hours of Pilates. If you want to see optimal results, you want to see the best results, you want to feel the difference in your body, see the difference, start, changing the way you stand and you carry yourself, then you need to do it regularly. And probably all of us need to do it more often than we are doing it at the moment. So as much as you can. So I hope that answers the question, how often should I do Pilates? If you've got any questions or any comments, please post them below, and please subscribe to the channel as well. And I will see you next time.